Hello, this is Scott Lukes from Echo Summit Property Management. Today's topic, we'll be talking about the essentials of the lease application. It's a very important topic for a number of reasons. Number one is it begins our legal binding with the tenant in that this is the first time, if we're a real estate agent or a licensee, we've established a brokerage relationship with that applicant. Are you representing them as agent, transaction broker, or customer? We're going to save that for another topic. But more importantly, for everybody, regardless if we're a licensee or just an individual landlord that does not have a real estate license, it's important because when we start running applications and a very important thing happens and we're doing credit checks, we're impacting that applicant's FICO. This is an irreversible thing where if something happens where we shouldn't have run that application because we didn't disclose something or they didn't know about something that was germane to their decision to have their credit run, we can get in trouble. So first off, a very, very important legal requirement before you process an application is disclosing to that applicant any adverse effects on the property. For instance, is it a property that's affected by lead-based paint? Is there a lead-based paint disclosure on the property that says, yes, the landlord has knowledge of lead-based paint existing? Or is there currently mold mitigation, asbestos mitigation? Was it a meth house, for instance? All those things need to be disclosed. Is the house currently undergoing mitigation for bed bugs or other pests? If you didn't disclose that and later on it's learned that there still is an existing condition that you knew about that you should have disclosed, you can get into big trouble, both legally as well as with the real estate commission if you don't follow the kind of those strict guidelines. In addition to those legal requirements, there are some street smart things that we should be doing on our application. Number one, we need to let that applicant know what are our selection criteria for that applicant. What kind of credit history do you need, credit score? What kind of job history do you need? What kind of rental history do you need? All these things need to be disclosed up front to the applicant so that they know, yes, I understand all this and I agree what I'm providing you will provide you with the appropriate results. If not, I realize I'm going to lose my application fee. But if we run somebody's application and we did not disclose to them that we require a 550 FICO or we don't allow vicious breeds of dogs, etc., we can get into trouble there. So let's say that we ran an application, came back great, the credit check came back 800 FICO, perfect job history, perfect rental history, and we say to that applicant, congratulations, welcome to our property. You have 48 hours to come in with first month's rent and security deposit in certified funds to secure the property. Otherwise, we're going to give it to the next applicant in line. The applicant says, wait. You didn't tell me about what the criteria were to lock this property down. I'm going to move in a month. I'll fill the application. I'll fill out the lease when I have the time and the money, and then we'll move in May 1st. Sure, it'd be nice if you had on your rental application exactly what the criteria or the requirements were for how they actually secure that property. You get to the lease signing table and you sit down in front of the applicant who's about to become a tenant. You show them the lease. They look at the lease and say, what the heck is this? You say, well, it's our lease. And I say, well, I'm not going to sign this. I just got out of my junior college real estate law class, and look, there's all sorts of things wrong with this. There's no way. I got to take this to my professor and have them look at it. It sure would be nice if you had in your rental application, applicant, from the time that we run your credit and you're accepted, you have the ability anytime you want to view the lease. Now, if you choose to not do that, that's not our problem, that's your problem. And you're right, we're not going to make you sign that lease at the lease signing table, but you do lose any leasehold monies, deposits or payments that you provided to hold that property. It's also very important that you have verbiage on your application that the applicant gives you or one of your designated companies permission to run credit, a background check on the applicant so that you don't get in trouble with the protecting consumers from Credit Act and some of these other things that are aimed at protecting consumers from people unauthorizedly disclosing credit and other information. So you need to be very, very careful. And here's a tip. A good background check company will mandate that you have something actually in your application that they provide to you, or some very, very suggested text that helps protect you and that background check company from any retaliation by that applicant. So there you have it, application essentials. Hope you found this information useful. For more information on this topic as well as others, please visit us online at echo-summit.com/education. Thank you.